That comes up when people do chamin for Shabbat. Many times people have this custom to take garlic and to put it inside the chamin overnight, and that is fine. But the problem is that they found that garlic might have little worms, little bugs, the thrips in them, and if that's the case, you can't put it in your chamin the way it is because it gets mixed in with your chamin. So that is, first of all, something that's not so clear. If you take a look in the Sefer of Ravaya, he says that in America it's not so common. Others would say that from experience they see that it is common. So when you take a look at different hashgachot, each one has a different understanding of the fact whether it does have those thrips or it doesn't have those thrips. So therefore, the best thing to do, if one puts it just for flavor, to cover it with a net, and then you get the flavor without having the bugs coming out. It gives the flavor, the bug itself cooks inside. Such a thing is permitted. Although there's machloket over it, but the Rama says it's mutar, the Shach is a little bit more machmir, but the Maise one can permit it in the case of such a safek that you don't know that there is, and could be it's less even than miuta matzui. But if one wants to do the other way, which is take those garlics and peel them and wash them, which then takes care of the bug problem, and put it like this inside the chamin, then he might go into the question of having garlic that's peeled overnight, which is questionable. It says in the Gemara, and this is how the Mefarshim bring down, להלכה, 5 דברים העושה אותם מתחייב בנפשו ודמו בראשו. 5 things that a person might do that he would be מתחייב בנפשו, חס ושלום, he would die from it, ודמו בנפשו, ודמו בראשו, says Rashi, he's responsible for his own death. He should not blame anybody else. And one of them is האוכל שום כלוף. There's a list, האוכל שום כלוף, בצל כלוף וביצה כלופה. Garlic, onion, or egg that are peeled. The Gemara says that is true even if you seal it. The Rav Belsky brings down in Shulchan HaLevi that if it's sealed in some kind of container, it's not a problem. It seems like from this Gemara that it is a problem. Obviously, he learns the Gemara that it's not tightly sealed. But the Gemara says that is something you're not allowed to have. The only time you would be allowed to have such a thing, says the Gemara, and this is Rav Shimon Bar Yochai speaking, is if you leave the head of the onion, for instance, or the garlic, which the onion has hair like this, you leave it out, or it's not completely peeled. Over here, you take those onions, you take those garlic, you completely peel it, and you put it in the chulin, that's a question. The way to permit it is because the Mefarshim brings down, there's a Kaf HaChaim, the Ben Ish Chaim, Pirchashat Pinchas, the Chacham Ovadia, that if it's mixed with other things, it's mutar. Also, if it's kavush, which means it stays overnight, it's also mutar. Also, if it's cooked, says the Kaf HaChaim, in Kuftet Zayin, that would be permitted. So the best thing to do is, if you're planning to eat that garlic, after you peel it, you wash it, you put it into the chamin, it's mixed in, it would be mutar.